Hello, rejects. This is Greg Alba with Hope Jaymes. I'm talking now, Hope.
That was weird.
Yep. We just saw the NYCC trailer of The Walking Dead, and we wanted to give, some speculation and our theory as to who we think Negan actually killed in the end. I know Glenn is the one who dies in the comics.
Which I just learned because I haven't read the comics at all. And I was shocked.
His brain's on the floor and his eyeball past his brains. What I'm gonna say is, in the death scene, when they die, whoever it is, I hope it's just as violent as that. I know you're not a big fan of violence, but I really want it to be super violent. Because bashing up a walker is one thing, but how disturbing would it be if they did it to a human? I think that would only add to the impact of Negan if we see something as grotesque as that. More than just brains, but oh my god, his eyeball is hanging out and it's just that fucked up.
I don't like violence. At all.
Really?
Yeah, and that would just go
You're
back.
on the 7th season of The Walking Dead.
I know, but...
Plenty of violence in The Walking Dead.
I close my eyes.
You're missing out. But still, for fans like myself, I think it should be super grotesque, super violent. But who do I actually think will die? Part of me thinks, okay, I could see why they would go with Glenn. Because they killed him off earlier in the season, in season 6, but then they brought him back, which was kind of a cop-out for a lot of people.
Yeah!
It was a cop-out for me, because I was like, really? I guess I could kind of believe it. It was I want him to be alive, and I didn't like how he died, because it was that's the way you kill off Glenn. So I guess it was good that they brought him back. But if they're really gonna honor that, or I could see them going, you know what, the fans are upset that we brought him back, so let's really do this right and really show, no, he's dead for real. Ooh. There's not a zombie or someone being eaten on top of him or being beat on top of him. He is really dead this time.
But okay, I don't know the comics. Didn't Carol die early on and they kept her because they liked her?
But the thing is, the scene though, where Negan's speech and stuff is, and that blood dripping from the first person point of view, that shot, that's in the comic too. It seemed like they're being closer to the comic more than they usually are for this particular moment. So
but in this moment, they're gonna be like, bitch, this is in the comics. Yeah,
exactly, exactly.
So they're gonna throw you, and then you're already invested, so you're gonna keep watching.
Here's who I don't think it should be.
Rick.
Obviously, yeah. I don't think it should be any of the smaller characters. I think it has to be a major character.
Yeah, we need to leave people room to die.
Yeah, and there's characters that are not as popular or as loved, like Rosita, Abraham, Aaron, Eugene, Sasha. So for me, it has to be either Daryl, Maggie, Carl, or Michonne.
True.
Or Glenn, obviously.
Glenn.
But I think it should definitely be between Maggie, Daryl, Carl, and Michonne.
Okay.
Okay, so who would you pick out of the 4 of those 4 or 5 major characters? Because I know earlier you said you kind of wanted Rick to die, but the trailer clearly shows that's not Rick.
Duh. I love Daryl, so I kind of want to keep him forever.
Yes.
So I don't want him to go, but imagine how heartbroken I would be if they killed him.
But Daryl is a fan favorite who is not in the comics. He was written for the show, so I could see them justifying why he's the major character they killed off.
Oh, see, I would love it if they killed Daryl because I would hate it so much.
Yeah, we would hate it, we'd be heartbroken, but I could still see the show continuing on without Daryl.
Yeah.
Even though he's fucking awesome and he is a necessity to the group, I could still see them making it work without him. Maggie?
Glenn loves to cry, so the whole season he could just cry the whole season over Maggie.
And you brought up a good point before we filmed, how they probably don't want to deal with another woman being pregnant and dealing with another baby. They already got, what's the baby's name?
Judith?
Yeah, Judith. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that name was so...
You nailed it. They already have to deal with Judith. I don't think they want to deal with another
Well, we've already
baby.
seen the pregnancy thing go, and it's fine. I'm a woman. We can deal with it, but... Honestly, I'm not interested in watching a pregnant woman because that's way too stressful again.
And Maggie was already really sick in the last episode of the 6th season, and they were traveling trying to find a place to get medicine for her. So I could see them just finally doing it and just killing her.
And how cool to kill this sweet, beautiful woman.
Yeah, the sweet pregnant woman
Oh,
life
that'd
of
be
Glenn.
so bad.
It would make it personal for Glenn, and I could see Glenn in the end being the one who gets to kill Negan. So instead of like totally flipping it, it would be cool. In the comics, Negan kills Glenn. In the show, Negan kills Maggie, but then Glenn eventually kills Negan. Like, I could see that working.
Either way, I mean, I love Maggie though. I love watching her. I think she's great.
Yeah.
So I'd be really sad, but story-wise, I think I'm gonna go Maggie, even though I really wanted to see Carl for some reason.
Oh yeah, there's Carl too, yeah.
Carl. Like,
I don't know why they don't kill off Carl.
He's like...
He's been like asked to killed off for like many seasons now. A lot of people just don't like him. What I think is cool about the actor who plays Carl is, at first I didn't like him first few seasons.
I loved him the first few seasons, and now it's kind of swapping.
That's weird because I grew to like him over the last few seasons, but before I didn't. For me, thinking about Negan, I don't think he would kill Carl because I think he would want to shatter Rick's image in front of his son. Because right now, Negan seems all about just fucking up the leadership in Rick's group. Just starting with Rick. Like, he kills the person in front of Rick. He's constantly taunting Rick. It kind of seems like he might sexually assault Rick when he takes him into the RV. I could see Negan being the kind to do that, and then like having his son be witness to something like this. Like, I could see Negan going that sadistic with it. So that's why I don't think it's Carl.
Yeah, I don't think it's Carl.
So I would guess it's... And I actually heard a theory a couple days ago that with the footage that they released at NYCC, the way the blood splatter is, they think that it looks like it could have come from Rick's right side, and Maggie was on his right, so it's probably Maggie. So, yeah. And so I think it could be Maggie. So that's who we think it is. Who do I want to see get killed?
Oh my god! Never mind.
Too much to handle. Mind fuck there.
Who do you want to kill?
I would want Michonne to die.
And get rid of that.
I'm just not a fan of that character.
Really?
I never have been. To me, she's always been cool girl with a sword. Other than that, I just don't think she's that interesting of a character. They've gone into her backstory. Yeah, it's cool that you got a sword and you know how to use it and chop off zombies' heads. Anytime they try like developing her more or making her more like human, because I know when they first introduced her, she's very closed off and like has this guard up all the time, and now she's way more vulnerable and you know really connects with Carl and having sex with Rick. And I feel like that would be a great thing to do to Rick too, because he's just like starting to fall in love with Michonne.
That's my girl! Yeah,
kills off Michonne. I think Michonne to me has been not that interesting of a character for all these seasons, which is weird because to a lot of people she's a fan favorite. And she's the one who I was just like, I can see why you say that, because she's cool to look at and she's cool to watch when she's killing walkers. But when she's not doing that, I just don't find her that interesting. Rick and Carol and Daryl, all of them I find way more interesting when they're not killing walkers, significantly more. Michonne, I just think she's style and not much substance.
I originally wanted to combat that, but I really don't have a good defense for her.
Defense! Woo. Yeah, I mean, if they kill off one of the minor characters, it's just a cop-out.
Aaron.
Yeah, like...
I feel like Aaron just showed up so he could be killed.
Yeah, just so we need another person to line up.
Wait, somebody's gonna die? Maybe this is my time.
Yeah, a lot of these people just seem like fillers, but because the thing is, this needs to be a major character death. This needs to be someone who's very heartbreaking, something that really motivates us to stay invested. Yeah, Maggie seems like the perfect choice.
Maggie's gonna die!
Like, based off everything we've been shown, based off the way things have been set up, it seems like Maggie would be the perfect choice.
If Maggie doesn't die, I'll be disappointed.
And I see how they flipped it, because at first they had you believe early in the season that Glenn's the one who died, and then you see Maggie are heartbroken and she's pregnant. Then it would be cool to flip that, like, oh, she's the one who actually dies at the end of the season, not Glenn. So I think it'd be a great way to, you know, like, reverse things in terms for fans of the comics and people who know the source material.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna do it. I would have wanted Michonne to be the one who gets killed. But you need your black character and you need your Asian character, so they're gonna keep Daryl, they're gonna keep, not Daryl, they're gonna keep Michonne and Glenn on there. So, because you need, multi-races.
Yeah.
I think they could use like a strong Mexican character.
Isn't that Rosita? That might have been really stupid to say.
That might have just been racist or accurate.
I'm sorry.
White girl, you need to be careful of your words.
I'm gonna be quiet. Nothing happened.
We've got Sasha, she's black.
I'm done with this.
Is Glenn like the only Asian guy in this universe? I feel like there's like no other Asian people. Anyway, that's our prediction. We think it's Maggie. I mean, who would you have wanted?
We agreed! We
agreed on who we believe it's going to be. I say Michonne for who I wanted to die. Who would you have wanted to die? Excluding Rick.
I really
You're just really stuck on Maggie.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Think
But I don't
and
want
want
to
Maggie.
say that.
Well, no, she probably deserves it now. That poor family has just suffered. Maggie's like whole family has just really suffered.
Not gonna lie, I was really happy when her dad died.
What?
Everybody hated it, and I was so happy.
That was so sad.
It was great.
When the governor actually did that, I was like,
good.
And it was so sad because he only got like half of his neck sliced off, so he was crawling for a while.
Yeah, it was great.
No hope. Hope. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into our little conversation piece. We really put a lot of thought into it. About 5 minutes of preparation. More than I normally do.
Wow.
If you're new to this channel, subscribe today, become rejected, and you can follow
do
Hope.
that?
Apparently,
is that your thing?
This is when I'm like weirdly, randomly uncomfortable.
Oh, I thought you had like rejected.
I'm not the most comfortable saying like, you know, some YouTube line when I know it's a YouTube line.
I could see that.
Yeah, so I do like weird body movements.
If you just accept that it's cheesy and tell them it's cheesy, like, hey guys, this is cheesy, but do it because it helps me in life.
Yeah, subscribe today and become a reject. Marketing. Hope, UNCOOLTheSeries.com, where it's based off her life. It's a biographical drama piece about being uncool in Los Angeles, California. I think I should pitch for you. I could be your producer, manager. I think I know what I'm doing. And you can follow her on Twitter, too. Oh, another YouTube question. Who do you think will die?